Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to another Tarot Tuesday. I see that Lori, you're already here. How are you? And I'm so happy that you like your earrings and everything. The vial that I sent in there is just eggshell and sage. It's just a simple little protection powder. You can put it in your apothecary, do with it what you will. I just had a little bit of extra and decided, you know what, I'll send it to you guys. So, hey, Juby, what's up? How are you doing? How's your week been? And I see that Lori, Dan's therapy's going well. Very good. Very, very good. Sorry. I'm a little, I don't know. The weather has me feeling a little weird right now. So, one, I'm short of breath right now. Two, I am slurring my words pretty bad. So if I say something and you don't quite understand, just let me know in chat and I'll repeat it. Not a big deal. Hey, Lydia. Maria, what's up? Had some interesting things happen over the past week. Ooh. I wonder. You lived to battle another day, yes. Let me get some of my... I'm drinking tropical smoothie. Mango Madness Magic, whatever it's called. The mango one. Oh my god. With Splenda. Oh my goodness. You'd love to be added to the queue when that starts. Absolutely, Lydia. I don't know how to... It's okay. Some new doors have opened to Curious About Them. Okay, so new doors for you, Juby. Maria, you've been okay? Rough week at work? I'm sorry to hear that, yeah. Work is just bleh, right? And I saw your name pop up saw the time and said, yep, gotta go. Well, I'm glad that you come and make it to each of the readings. Zarabeth! So far we have Lydia, Maria, Garrett, and Ember. Lori and Juby as well. So Lori, we'll go first with you. Oh, so this week has been a bit of a busy week, and it's going to be a busy week for the next couple of weeks. This is my last week of summer. I actually go back to work next week. Teacher's first day is back next Tuesday. So I'm trying to decide whether or not I am going to do the Tarot Tuesday that day. I think I still will, but the following Tuesday will be when students come back. And so I might be a little too tired. I'm just going to give you guys that heads up, okay? The first week of school kicks my rear end every time. The first week of school, it's like my legs forgotten how to stand up and walk around the room. And I have been out of the classroom for a year now, guys. I've been doing this virtual thing for a year. My legs don't know how to walk into a Family Dollar, much less a campus. Oh, I'm in so much trouble. Maria! You'd like to have one when it comes around? Absolutely. I try to make Juby says, I try to make the Wednesday streams as well. I am so thankful. I can't even tell you how thankful I am to my regulars that always show up and always show support. Like this is a comfort out of the comfort zone thing for me. I really started this YouTube channel for multitudes of reasons, and one of those being that I hid from everything and everyone. And I know that sounds weird for the people that know me because I'm pretty weird and out there, and you know when I've entered a room, but there's a lot about me that I did hide, like being a witch and being able to read tarot. And so this is a part of, like we talk about on Wednesdays, this is part of my shadow work. This is me being open and allowing myself to be judged and understand that judgment. So I really appreciate you guys being here. So. Oh, Juby, I love you guys too. I really do. and everyone love and hugs to you. This is what I love about our group, is that like inside the chat, you guys are also kind of friends and becoming friends inside the chat. So Tuesdays and Wednesdays isn't just about me doing tarot and witchy stuff. It is you guys getting together and we're all just kind of having fun and hanging out. And I love that about this channel. I love that. Oh, you can't hear me? Is anybody else having trouble hearing me at all? Okay, so Juby can hear me. Okay. All right. Seems like everybody else can hear me. I was like, oh no, I'm plagued by technical difficulties again. All right. So let's start with trying to figure out which deck I'd like to use tonight. I always use our dark wood. Let's use the blunt and honest Rider-Waite. We're going to use them. All right. I don't like using them. One, because I find it more difficult to read them because I'm not used to the images on there. And that sounds weird because the dark tarot should not be that much different, but it is. And I need to get over that, don't I? I need to be able to read these cards just as easily as I read my goddess cards and the dark wood. So we're going to pull these cards today. All right. So first in line, I believe, is Lori. All right. Oh, Cindy's here. What's up, Cindy? All right. Cindy, I saw that you started on the pool. Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. All right, Lori. Lori, you don't have any direct questions. You're just here for a general reading, right? Okay. You have the Two of Swords in shadow. And the swords we know are decisions, right? So in shadow, this card is that a decision has been taken out of your hands. That you're facing a problem and the decision is no longer yours to make. And you feel like you're drowning a bit within that decision. Yeah. That's what I'm feeling like. And in the card itself, there's water behind them, right? And so this is, when I first pulled the card, that's what I saw was the water and then the swords. So for you, Lori, you don't even know this yet. You don't even realize that this decision has been taken out of your hands. But you are feeling like you are drowning. I want to say it's a decision that has to do with Dan, but the word medical keeps coming back, and so that's the only one that I know within your family that's had an issue lately, but it's a medical decision that has been taken out of your hands. And you're just, like I said, you're drowning. I want to say because she's blinded, you don't know that it's even happened yet. You don't know that that's been taken out of your hands. Yeah. So yes, you do. You have already. Okay. Well, that's good that you know of the decision then. I'm just wondering, why are you blind? Is it a consequence that you're blind to? If you already know the decision, then is it the consequence that you're blind to? Okay. Juby, Your question. So my question is, are the new things that came into my life worth it? Like, should I pursue it? I got something new for you. That's a yes or no question. I picked up something at a mineral shop the other day. I bought myself a nice little tiger's eye scrying stone. So we're going to try this. Do you mind? All right. When we use a scrying stone, there's a couple of things that I do to make sure that I'm going to get a correct reading. One, I ask it for a yes, then I ask it for a no. Okay? I ask the scrying stone, show me those things. And then I ask, is it willing to answer questions? Okay? And then I ask it a question that I already know. Show me a yes. Okay? Show me a no. Okay? Will you talk to me? Yes. Okay. Do I have 154 subscribers? Yes. Okay. So, Juby has a question that I need answered. All right. Are the new things that came into her life worth it? Should she pursue them? Juby, I'm getting a no on this one. I'm getting like a really heavy no on this one. I'm going to consult the tarot as well, but the scrying stone is like, no. Let me find out why. You got the Ace of Pentacles in shadow. The Ace of Pentacles in shadow. We know Pentacles has to do with money, so I'm going to take it that this would affect your money. But the answer that the stone gave us could always be an answer based on the information that you have right now. Whereas the tarot is going to give us information that you might not have right now. So I'm going to say, you got this in shadow. And even the tarot says this is a wasted opportunity, lack of financial or business vision, feeling under the weather. So there's two things that pop out with this. It's a wasted opportunity. Like it's not going to yield what you think it's going to yield. And then the financial backing. Like this is going to require some backing that might not be there like you want it to be. So it seemed too good to be true. And most of the time, things that are too good to be true. Lori, you say, wearing my new earrings. Yay! The other pair you will be giving to your grandson's girlfriend. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. But yeah, unfortunately, it seems like, Juby, that both the scrying stone and the tarot are pretty much on the same page with this. This is an opportunity that's too good to be true. It doesn't have what it needs in order to be successful. All right, Lydia, it's your turn. Hey, Sam! Lydia, you've got the Five of Wands, and I laugh at this card because it looks like a bunch of like teenage boys hitting each other with cardboard tubes. So it's kind of a funny one for me. But it's the Five of Wands. I'll show you. This is just a bunch of boys hitting each other. So, the Five of Wands. Competition, obstacles, rivalry, struggles. So, I'm going to say the moment I hear it, once I see the words competition and obstacles, I immediately start thinking of like you outside the home. I'm going to say this is probably really stupid, because this isn't a heavy thing. Like, you're not getting this card for a heavy thing. It's not like a big life-changing event that's happening. It's just something minor. So I'm going to say that it feels like your place of business is having some kind of incentive program. So you're kind of competing against your fellow employees. Like, there's something that you're competing for, some type of incentive. And it's just lighthearted. It's not heavy, but that's what's going on. And if that's not now, it will be within the next couple of days. Like, you're going to have some type of incentive thing at work. So, and as far as the guidance part of it, like, you are still in that same spot as far as your vibration and your energy goes. You're still in that same spot of goodness. Things are being where they need to be in your life. They are still very much being directed. Your energy is being directed down a path that is going to lead to happiness. You're on the next level of your video game. I don't know why I said it that way, but it came out that way. It's like you're on the next level of your video game. So, of course, you don't know all the skills just yet because you're at the beginning of the level, but you're moving towards the boss fight. So, that makes sense to you. All right. Next is Maria. Maria. Let's get you. And Lori. Lori was reminding Ember was reminding everybody, if you could like and subscribe the video for me, that helps YouTube know, hey, people need to see this. All right. So Maria, let's get you. Will my manifestation take hold with time and energy? Got it. You got the Ace of Wands as well, but it is definitely not in shadow. And it's a strong hand. Like, I love the Ace of Wands because it is a strong hand. Let's see. Exciting new beginnings, drive, inspiration. This is definitely like you are doing well. Those manifestations that you are making with time and proper energy, you are going to see what you need to see. But this card speaks more to just the energy of you right now. Like, there's been a shift within the last 2 weeks, and I've felt this shift in your energy. There was a very doubtful energy in the beginning, and now you have shifted into this energy where you're starting to walk into your power, and you're walking into your gifts, and you are accepting them for what they are. And so this card more speaks to that. This is what's happening in your life. You are becoming what you need to become. So it's not just your manifestations that are going to be working, but it's your whole being will be changing soon. You are starting this very monumental spiritual path. So, Lydia, so you do have a weird meeting coming up. Okay. Let's see if that's what I'm going to be I'm gonna be asking, like, was that what was that? All right. Next, Zarabeth asked if you have Venmo. I do not have a Venmo. I have PayPal and I have Cash App. I probably need to get a Venmo because I hear a lot of people use Venmo. So, but I appreciate it. Thank you. No problem. No problem. All right, Zarabeth. Do you have any specific questions? Your cards are like, when I'm flipping through your cards, it's like you're flipping through your brain. Like you've got certain things. It almost became just, I don't know, like I couldn't concentrate for a moment. It was very weird when I was connecting to your energy, Zarabeth. Like you're divided. Your energy is divided right now. Um, like you were running through like a Rolodex in your head of things you'd like to ask, but then you're like your attention's being divided. Does that make sense? Zarabeth, I will update the description so that'll include my PayPal information, okay? Nothing specific, okay. All right. You got the Queen of Swords. And I love the Queen of Swords because it's almost as if like she's very decisive. There are things that must be done. That's what she kind of reminds me of. And I don't know if that's where you are with your. Let's read it. Let's see what words stick out for you. All right. Honest, opinionated, knowledgeable, and independent thinker. Again, my mind wanted to blank over with you. I'm interested in why this is happening. If your attention's not divided, why is mine being pulled? And it hasn't happened until I've gotten to you, Zarabeth. There's like this little chatter in the background. It's like sometimes she's too honest. And it's just like that. It's like very abrupt. Sometimes she's too honest. Did you hurt somebody's feelings and like you didn't mean to this week? You didn't mean to hurt their feelings, but you did. Again, it's very like yours is just a misty, like I'm getting images, I'm getting words, but then it comes out of focus very quickly. And I'm struggling with why that's happening. That doesn't happen very often. When it does happen, it's either A, you aren't supposed to get this message right now. And as soon as I said that, that's kind of what clicked in. Or it has to do with your energy being off. And you're not feeling your energy being off. So I'm almost wondering if this is a message that when I said that you're not supposed to have right now, the things that were coming through were that you're too honest. So I'm wondering if the message that you were to get tonight through your tarot is something that you shouldn't be saying to others, and that your guides don't want to take the chance on you actually slipping up and saying something. There are things that you need to be playing very close to your chest right now, and I don't know why. It's very odd, but there are things that you just kind of need to think before you say. And that's all that will come through with that card. It's very weird. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's the only thing Zarabeth, it is just, if you know it, you'll say it. And the only thing that comes through is that you're too honest. You're too honest. I don't know what that means. We're going to have to figure that one out later. I'm going to be honest with you, Zarabeth. There's times where you guys get readings and I don't understand in full during the reading. And then in the middle of the night, I'm like, oh, shnikes. That's what it means. And this one's going to be one of those that I'm just sitting there. Normally it's Aaron that does that to me. Aaron's cards are always like freaking me out. But yours did it this time. I did have a very busy day today. Maybe. I don't know. Hey, Angela. What's up, kiddo? All right. Now we have Marie, right? Marie is next. Yeah, think before you speak. I think that's just a common sense type thing, isn't it? Like, it's just common sense. But sometimes I know I have this problem. Sometimes I get so caught up that I say things and I shouldn't. I really think out of all the teachers at Hogwarts, there's 2 teachers that I'm like. I'm like the divinations lady, which I can never remember her name, which is funny because she always had a bad memory too. And I'm like Hagrid. I will say things I shouldn't say. I'm like, oh, I probably shouldn't have told you kids that. Forget I said anything. So Zarabeth, I never think before I speak either. Trelawney, yes, Professor Trelawney. Yes, that's me. I'm Professor Trelawney and Hagrid put together. I'll have to ponder that too a bit. Like, oh, what's that movie? Then you remember at 2 a.m. Yes, exactly like that. I'm like, man. All right, Marie, we're gonna get you a card. Oh, your cards are wanting to jump out. Yeah, like literally jump out. Like you've got a strong message coming through. You got the 4 of Wands. And 2 people are celebrating in front of a castle. And everything is decorated all beautifully. I'm trying to take into account not just the words, but teach myself to take in the picture as well. And the 4 of Wands. Stability, weddings, organized social events, a vacation after a period of hard work. So you're planning something? Is that what this is? Yeah, it's like the whole card is an event that is being organized, some type of nice big event. So it's either your wedding, somebody else's wedding, some type of like big birthday bash. So I see you helping, but I don't see you organizing, but there is some type of movement towards a bigger event and you are a part of that. What's the importance of this? Either you don't know that you're a part of this and that's about to happen, which I don't think is the case. I think you know about this big event, but you've been questioning. What I really think is the deal is I think you've been questioning whether or not you should have ever put yourself into this. Like, why did I ever start doing this? Why did I agree to this? And the universe is just saying it's because you needed this. This is a skill that you need. This is a lesson that you need. yes, this coming up into your tarot is exactly what you were supposed to be doing. So if you were questioning, like, why did I agree to this? You are supposed to be doing this. Okay. So that's what that means. All right. Cindy. Oh, I get a new job. Okay, so Angela says, I did get a new job. Yay! I'm doing the book Goblet of Fire. I loved reading them, Lori. Cindy, sorry, just got word that a fellow haunter. Oh no, Cindy. Oh, jeez. Yet our governor won't mandate masks. And only 50% of our state is vaccinated. This is tarot. But I will stop for one moment and say, I am begging you, if you are watching this, please get vaccinated. Many, many spiritualists around the world have been saying for over a year now, before the pandemic, something was happening. You need to protect yourself. And doing that means wear your mask and get vaccinated. And if that's not something you want to do, I'm sorry. But it's something that needs to be done. Because I'm tired of losing people. All right. We're moving on. Because I will get really upset about that. Cindy, I will talk to you after this and check on you, okay? Mrs. M, candlelit in memory, maybe? Yeah. I have a candle that I light pretty much nightly. That is for all those that have lost their lives this year. Specifically for the pandemic. Because we've lost a lot. We've lost a lot. All right. Cindy, let's get you a card. And then Sam. Yeah, Sam, your dad definitely needs to. Cindy, you pulled the star. You pulled the star. And that's always a good thing. That's always a good thing. So let's talk about the star. What does that mean? What does that mean for you? Hope, inspiration, guidance, wishes, light at the end of the tunnel. And that's this, light at the end of the tunnel. You've had a lot of turmoil. We've had a lot of bumpy things. And remember, weeks back, I was like, it's coming. It's coming. I feel the happiness down the pipeline. I feel it. Well, now there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Things aren't necessarily going to be easier because life is never easier, but it isn't going to be this bombardment that has happened. So just know there's light at the end of the tunnel. The universe sees all your hard work and you are being rewarded for it. All right. Let's see. Yes, Cindy. I don't know that person, so I'm going to be respectful and not say their name in a public forum like this. But needless suffering. Needless suffering. All right. Next is Sam. Sam, do you have a specific question? You just did the same thing. You just did the same thing. You were like, ah. Like you had a question, then your brain stopped for a minute, and now you're thinking about it. Okay, advice and guidance. All right. Cindy, yes, you've definitely deserved the light at the end of the tunnel. You've gone through a lot. My lovely, you've gone through so much. Oh. All right, Sam. You got the Four of Cups, but it is in shadow. Cups have to do with emotion. So right now, emotionally, you're not well. You're not well at all emotionally. You've been reaching out to others, but you feel like they're not reaching back. Like you're putting an effort in and they're not reciprocating that effort. You feel yourself going into that spiral that just pulls you down. You don't know what to do. Like you're doing all the things you're supposed to do, but you're not getting the feedback that you need to get. All right. Sam, I'm supposed to be in your head. You came to the channel for that, okay? Okay. But like, yeah, it is. You've been doing all these things and you're not getting reciprocated. And so it's becoming depressing. It's becoming like, why do I even try? Why do I even ask? Why do I even do these things? Know that you are doing all the right things. However, that person is just going to need to do the shadow work on their own. Like they are dealing with situations that prevent them from reciprocating. And that's a very hard thing because it's not an outward participation in something. It's something inside their head that prevents them from being able to really reach out. So it's not you. It doesn't deserve the attention and energy that you're giving because it is something that your energy and attention is just, it's hitting a wall and then sliding. There's nothing you can do to get into that wall right now. So all you can do is just love that person from afar. Don't try to reach out to them anymore. Let them deal with what they're dealing with in their head, and then they'll come back. But right now, it's a constant, like, it's just sliding off of them. All right, Angela. Angela, you want to know about your job, huh? You want to know if this is going to bring you happiness and prosperity? So basically, I do need to get a hold of the other. So basically, I do need to get a hold of the other school. Yes. Yes, Sam. That's exactly it. All right. Angela. You got the Hermit in shadow. The Hermit in shadow. Which I find funny. I do find it funny that you got the Hermit in shadow. Loneliness, exclusion, rejection, feeling isolated. So this means that when you're going into this school, these are the feelings that you're going to have. You're going to feel isolated. You're going to feel lonely. You're going to feel like you don't belong. Okay? All these things, all these feelings are normal for going into a new place, a new space, a new area in which you're spending most of your time in. This is going to be normal. Will it pass? Yes. as long as you do not stay in that area. Okay? If you pull yourself away because you feel like you don't belong, then you will never belong into that space. All right. So make sure you're making an active, conscious effort to get to know people, to get to know their routines. Where do you fit within this new community? Okay. And if you do those things, then you'll have prosperity and success within that school. But you definitely need to not pull yourself aside and keep yourself isolated. You need to make those connections early on. Okay. As soon as you went to pull my card, the video lagged an entire minute behind. No! No, Sam. I guess now you're going to have to watch it again, huh? Just fast forward it. We are at 40:37 right now. All right, Garrett and Ember. Garrett and Ember, let's get you guys. Garrett, the werewolf. Yeah, Garrett will be a monster at our yard haunt. We are doing a yard haunt or a home haunt this year, and Garrett is going to be one of the monsters. So, Garrett, let's see how you're doing. See what your cards say. You got the Two of Swords, but you got it forward facing. So for me, this tells me that like you've got decisions to make. You know the decisions that you need to make. That you are riding the tide. You are riding the waves. That it's kind of like these are decisions that are just an either or decision. I need to do this or I need to do that. So there's a lot of like deciding between the lesser of two evils for you. I don't know if that is related to work because it doesn't feel like work. It feels more like a general casualness of deciding between two evils. Like, do you want blue towels or do you want purple towels? Do you want a shower curtain with flowers or do you want a plain shower curtain? Like, there's a lot of these little tiny decisions that are happening right now. And you're just riding the wave. Like, it's neither good nor bad. It is what it is, you know? Sam, it definitely didn't want you to hear it. You're not supposed to know your message either, just like Zarabeth. See, this is why it confuses me even more when I got to Zarabeth and it was kind of like blanking out. Because I haven't blanked out on anybody else's but Zarabeth's, which is so weird. All right. I think it's him needing to stop playing messenger for people at work. You might be right, Ember. It is just these are very insignificant decisions, though. Split-second decisions that are being made and just kind of riding along. All right. Amber, it's your turn. You got any specific questions? Sometimes those candles smell. All right. They're soy candles, so they're not supposed to really have a big smell, but whatever I feel. Your energy's different tonight. Yeah, your energy's different tonight. And then as soon as I said that, you kind of laughed and was like, what do you mean? All right. You got the Knight of Cups in shadow. Cups are emotion. So it would explain why your energy's off. Emotional invitation, proposal, romantic trip are the key words to when it's forward facing. But when it's in shadow, unrealistic expectations, manipulative, obsessive lover, romantic problems. So what I'm getting caught on is unrealistic expectations. I feel like you've been let down a couple of times because you had an expectation of how things were going to be, and they are not that way. I don't know why, but immediately I was like, you're ferrets. Like, there are expectations of your ferrets, and they let you down. Every time. So, this is where I'm going with this. It's not like a very heavy thing. But recently you've had expectations of people, and they have let you down. They have not fulfilled their end of the bargains. They promise one thing and then don't deliver. They tell you something and then forget that they even told you. That's what I feel a lot right now. It's just like there's these expectations that you have made of people and the relationships that you have with people, and you were expecting something back, and these people have not met your expectations. That's what I'm trying to say. The people have not met your expectations. So you're going to continue with this situation for at least another week. But there's a lot of things. So this is my advice to you, and I tell everybody this. I had a manager one time tell me, and it was brilliant advice. I wasn't upset at the situation. I was upset that my expectation of the situation didn't happen. So if I had no expectations of a situation, then I could not be disappointed. So I have made it an effort to always have like the very bottom expectation of a situation, so that way I don't get upset. That's probs your energy. Okay, so that's why your energy. I've been trying to contact the apartment the past 3 weeks. No callback. Kind of pissed. Got it. Yeah, see, when you were talking, I kind of honed in on your energy. It was a very kind of grumpy. I didn't want to say it because I was scared to make you mad. But it was like this very grumpy energy. I would too. I expect that as well. And if they don't, because your expectation is call me back, they didn't meet that expectation. So that's a bare minimum expectation as well. Bare minimum is if you're an apartment manager and I am calling you about the apartment you said I can rent, and then you ghost me. The bare expectation was that you would somehow contact me through email, whatever, right? So I understand the grumpiness on that one. Absolutely. You have absolute right to be upset about that. Oh, grumpy for sure. I'm sorry. Let's get us a universal card. Let's get us a universal card for next week. Let's see what next week holds. Zarabeth, I'm coming back to you every single time. I don't know what I'm going to do about your reading. But let's go for a universal card. The Knight of Swords. It's like he's charging into battle with his sword there. The Knight of Swords. Conflict, sudden change, confident speaker, focused, travel by air. I'm honing in on focused. Now, I did get into travel by air, and I don't know if any of you got a trip that you're going to be taking a plane the next week, but I did stumble on that, but that wasn't a universal for everybody. It's for somebody within right now. But I want to go with focused. I think this week is another week where we're going to have to remain focused on what we're doing, focused on the task at hand, right? We need to focus on life. Maybe we need to focus on ourselves, but all of our focus is different. how we focus is different. And none of it is less than others, right? Like, I need to focus on preparing for this next coming school year. You might need to be preparing to have guests in your home. It's all up to you. You might be preparing to get kids ready for school, right? Ember, you're getting prepared to get a new apartment. So all this requires focus. We have to focus on that task. So this week, make sure that you keep your focus. All right, my lovelies? Ashley's flying herself to Ohio. Oh! Oh! That's cool. Okay, what is your question? So Ashley is flying by herself to Ohio and next week, and she has been nervous. So do you want to know whether or not her flight is going to be a good flight or not? I can tell you that for sure right now. Yes. She's fine. She's safe. She lands. What is the question though that you have, Ember? Did I always look when I don't see anybody in chat? I'm like, oh, did my internet die? But that's so. Was that your question, Amber? Was whether or not she'd have a safe travels? No, I have a question I want answers to for the apartment manager. Oh, okay. So you want to know about that. Let's do this. Let's pull the scrying stone real quick. All right. Hey there. Let's answer some questions. Is the apartment manager purposely ghosting Amber? Yes. The apartment manager is purposely ghosting you. Okay. Does she need to look into another apartment? Yes. I hope you hadn't put your deposit down already. Did you already put your deposit down? You already paid for put your deposit down. All right. So here's the thing that I would say do, and this has nothing to do with magic or tarot or anything like that, but I would find out the apartment complex. Most apartment complexes have a corporate office, like a corporate management that they go through. So I would look up the apartment complex and who are they owned by, and then contact them and say, hey, I have an apartment manager that I've paid my deposit and they're not getting back with me. I just want to make sure that all my paperwork is okay, blah, 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 blah. But most of the time, apartments have a company over the manager that actually they answer to. So that's what I would do. I would just go and find out who owns them. Go over their head. Say, I've been trying to call for 3 weeks. Especially since you paid. And I would probably, because I can be petty. I can be petty, and you know I can be petty. I would probably throw in there too. And if I do not hear from you, I will be contacting an attorney so that way I can get my deposit back. Right? Yeah, that's not what you want to hear. And that deals with the card that we just pulled, conflict. There's conflict in that. So, all right, my lovelies. It does sound super shady, doesn't it, Zarabeth? Zarabeth, here where we live, it does not surprise me. It does not surprise me. I want to move out of the state so bad. So bad. Anyways, I want to move out, but I also love my state because I love the environment here and I have good memories of being a child here. So I just need everybody else to leave. All right, my lovelies. Be happy, be safe. Oh, tomorrow is Witchy Wednesday, and we are working on where is it? We have the Emperor. No, the Empress. The Empress is next. Because we did the High Priestess last week, and now we have the Empress. So tomorrow we're going to do our shadow work. We're going to have another worksheet added to the already growing worksheets that I have. If you are interested in the shadow work, but you can't attend the live, you can always come back and rewatch it. I will always have the link for the worksheets in the description. Though that link will be working and active until we are at the end of this. Once we are at the end of this, I will be archiving those sheets and then they will only be available on my Etsy store. So if you're wanting those things, make sure you get them now, okay? All right. Call them every 30 minutes, Amber. Do it. Do it. All right, my lovelies. Be happy. Be safe. I love you. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.